And welcome to Trust Us, the first official episode of 101 First Dates. Obviously, with myself
Welcome.
and the young pup, young calf, as
The
he
young calf and
likes.
the old bull are combining forces on this rare occasion.
That is true. That is true. There was, I will admit, a lot of bickering before we actually started this episode. Even Darcy was doing a lot of delaying, a lot of pretending that we had to do more setup, more prep. And he's interesting enough. I felt like you were more nervous for this podcast than you have been for a first date.
I disagree. There's been some first dates that I've choked. And I mean, yeah, it's been close.
Actually, that reminds me. I nearly had a panic attack once on a first date. This was like, I'd be 10 years ago nearly. And oh man, I'll get into that one maybe another day. But that one,
I've had similar, I think. Not me personally, but I've caused many panic attacks.
Naturally,
I think I can relate a little bit to that.
Being the perpetrator. Well, that's exciting because we've got you as a first date this week. So we're going to alternate who explains one of our first dates. And Darcy's going to start us off this week, so that's perfect. We can all get a bit of a understanding of what it's like to be on the end of a panic attack. Hopefully
we're starting a bit tame, and then we ramp it up pretty quickly.
Yeah, we don't want to get cancelled in the first episode. I know there's
exactly.
There's already talk of getting the axe from the Trust Us network from the Head On shows, so we do have to start strong. Basically the concept of this is, we want you to learn from the mistakes that we've made on first dates, and we've had successes too. So hopefully you can learn from some of the tricks of the trade that we've figured out. And then later on, we're also going to go through a movie. And when movies always have first dates, and sometimes they're extravagant, sometimes they're simple, and we're just going to rate them. We're going to rate them out of 10 and sort of explain how we would feel on that date. So yeah, that should be pretty interesting little concept later on.
We want you guys to learn from our mistakes and our knowledge so that you guys can avoid some of the stuff that we've gone through and put other people through. So that the world as a whole is a slightly better. So there's slightly more for second dates in the world is our goal.
Yeah, that's it. We want season 2 of this to be, 102 second dates.
Yeah.
That means we've cooked well.
That means we're going to call up some people.
No. I don't know. I can handle that many second
dates.
Once
you reach 101 first dates, you can't have another first date.
Yeah.
So if you want to go on a date, it's going to be a second one or third one.
Yeah. This show is dead. The list. We will stop this show at 101 first dates. You can guarantee that.
I'm only at like 3 so far.
I haven't even started. That's what you're doing the first week.
Yeah. So the story for this week is, to keep it thematic, it's one of my first dating stories when I was quite a bit younger. So we're going to be progressing through the pod as kind of an analogy of my life, of the pod and the life of me. So basically, I was meeting a girl. She was wanting to come over. So already it's a red flag. This was a fair amount of years ago where it was more common for girls to just come over.
Like Netflix and chill days.
Yeah. But she wanted me to pick her up. And so that was already a bit weird. But she wanted me to pick her up from a place in Brisbane called the Ree, which is where basically uni students go out to drink and stuff. So she said she was going to have a couple of drinks. It was a friend's birthday or whatever. And so I was like, okay, fine. I'll
Is this a first date or just a booty call? Is that the same thing back then?
The same thing. And so basically it's about a 15-20 minute drive and from where I was living. And so I drive out there and then I message her, no response. I wait 10 minutes, no response. And I'm there seeing all these drunk people walk past and stuff. And I'm like, what am I doing in my life? 20 minutes go by, nothing.
Yeah, you so rough a lot at that time.
Yeah, 30 minutes. I'm like, I'm about to head home. And then finally she makes me, I'm coming out now. And she comes out. I wouldn't say she was drunk, but she was fairly tipsy. And she was just complaining, didn't apologize for being late, and just complained about someone who annoyed her at the whole trip.
Yeah, because they're texting him every 10
complaining.
minutes, telling him to come out.
She's like, oh, this annoying guy can't. Oh, wait, that was you. Oh, sorry.
This is pre-Uber, was it? So like you were being that Uber driver.
Pre-Uber. Yeah. So I need a good rating. So, and yeah, so I drive her home. I'm annoyed at this point, and then we get home, and she's like, "Is it fine if I have a smoke?" And I'm like, I hate when people smoke, especially kissing someone who smokes. It's just the worst. And so she goes out, has a smoke, comes back in, and she's like, "Oh, do you want to watch a movie?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right." Back then, that was
Get the CD player
I think
out.
maybe for young people as well. The movie is the move. The movie's the move.
Yeah,
And
it does have to work for you.
Yeah. And so we start watching the movie, and then she gives me nothing. And that's the worst, is when you're kind of next to someone, they don't really give you anything to work off. So you don't know, are they interested in me? They've come over to my house and all this, but still there's that niggling thought of like, are they?
There's always that little bit of doubt.
Eventually I made the move, and then we start progressing and everything. And she asked me to choke her. And I was like, I'd never choked anyone before. I knew how to do it, but you wouldn't kill them. So I was like, I don't want to do that.
What do you mean?
And so I
You knew how
sat
to
through
do
it,
it?
and then well, the trick is,
Who trained you?
you get behind them, you get your arm.
This is
People, the
pre-jujitsu.
chokes. This one inspired me to get into jiu-jitsu. And then, so I'm doing it, and then she's like, no, harder. And I was like, okay. And so I'm squeezing like pretty hard. She's like, no, even harder. And I'm almost squeezing as hard as I can. And I'm like, I'm about to kill this girl. And she's annoyed me a lot. I'm not liking these thoughts. And then eventually the deed's done. When I kick her out as the usual, especially back then, get her an Uber home.
You said Ubers didn't exist. Yeah. But you wouldn't have called the taxi. No way you called for a taxi.
No. She can sort that out.
Did you drop her home?
Maybe like midnight or something.
She just go back
sent her
out.
home. I mean, to be fair, what's that?
Well, to be fair, first date, you probably
soon.
don't want them staying over.
Exactly.
You don't want to be too presumptuous. So
it's
naturally,
moving too fast. It's moving too fast. Them staying over.
Yeah, I might have just
don't want to escalate
killed
too
you.
much.
But you do have to draw the line somewhere.
Here's where I went wrong. I made a mistake, and I only found out about the mistake the next day.
I feel like I could only point out a few.
The next day, I'm looking. This is back when Snapchat was really big as well. So
what do you mean back when?
I thought
it was still cool now.
Well, I feel like 14, and yeah. And yeah, so I see she has on her story a post, and then I have a look at it around the time when we were hanging out. I was like, that's weird. I look at it. She took a photo of like my back with the caption saying cute movie nights. And I was like, cute movie nights? This was like a hookup, and a terrible one at that. And I kicked her out afterwards, and yeah. So that leads into my first bit of advice, which is do not let them take a photo of you.
Especially not tagging it. So it's like, you have those soft launches?
No, tagging is worse. Tagging.
No, tagging I respect.
You do not want the digital footprint.
I just respect the hustle to try tagging it. Just to lay claim on a first date.
Exactly. It's the equivalent to a hickey. It's like saying,
social media hickey.
You're mine now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a serious hickey. That mightn't even be a hickey. That might be like a STD. Like that's long term.
Yeah.
Like, that's doing some serious
damage.
But
it's honestly probably worse if it don't tag you. It's like, what are they going to use that photo for? Where is that?
And like, was she embarrassed? To be seen on Snapchat with you? Was your Snap score not that high?
I don't know. I didn't recognize it was me at first, but I was like, that's my shirt.
That would have been worse. Wait, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, I was like, wait, you saw someone after me? How dare she?
Were you looking good? Was your back looking jacked though?
Um, I think I'd just been starting to get in the gym, and yeah, I was looking. I'd still had a full head of hair, and I was looking pretty good, I think.
Do you still use that photo on your Hinge and other dating apps?
Oh yeah, I downloaded the photo off her story. I screenshotted it, which she saw. That I
I'm sure you
screenshotted
have.
it.
Yeah, because I've seen the photo. I remember years and years ago, I just remember a photo because you sent it to me being like, what do I do?
I wonder where it is now. Other than
Somewhere
on my
out
dating
there.
apps.
Well, yeah, well, that's an interesting, the whole sort of concept. I know that's very uni days sort of first date.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's taking photos. I don't know, I've never thought of it. I always thought like, you might take a photo in like a photo booth on a date if you're at like a carnival or something. That'd be kind of cute.
Yeah,
But,
that's kind of cute and quirky.
but taking a photo of your back, just
There's
randomly,
also the
without
one,
consent.
the sly one girls. There's a sly one girls can do, which is if you have a dinner date, they'll take a photo of the dinner,
Yeah,
and
always
that
get a
already,
hand.
and they may try
Oh.
to tag you in that, but that already is saying, I'm on a date with a guy.
Oh, I totally rate it. I did this the other week.
Because you're taking
Just-
photos with your friends if you're taking photos. Even a
Nah.
guy taking a photo of his dinner, you know he's on a date with you.
Not necessarily,
His
but
mate's
like
not
you
in it.
want to make sure it is clear. So when you take the photo, make sure there's a hand or something in there. So it's like, ooh,
Yes.
what's going on here? Like, you just gotta keep people on their toes. You gotta keep them honest, by being dishonest.
I had a girl message me specifically that saying who's that in the photo? But it
What?
was my mate with a hairy ass arm. I'm
Wait.
like, what are you getting threatened by?
Wait, it was a guy.
Yeah.
Wait, who's this girl? Is she
Don't know.
someone that you were seeing, or she just slid in?
Oh, just a girl from the DMs sliding
Okay,
around.
yeah, all right. Act like you have freaking 10 coming through a week, whatever.
I've never met her before. She'd reached out because I had such attractive photos.
She's like, damn, he's got some hairy arm friends.
She's a bit of a
He's
fan.
clearly in the right circles. Maybe she's just a fan of the pod, trying to weasel her way onto
Yeah,
101 first
I'm
dates.
going to be getting a lot more DMs. I already know, and I'm sorry if I don't reach out to all of you. It's not because I don't value you. I don't, and I don't respect you because you're a fan. And I made this, not you. You didn't make me famous. It was
Sounds
all
like-
me.
Sounds like you're talking to me, not them. I'm like, should I be concerned? You making a power play here?
You just because we grew up together as fans doesn't.
As fans. Family. Family. Well, speaking of family, this was so we're going to digest, I guess, like a movie date, from Hollywood, because like most of them are pretty fraudulent. They're usually unrealistic. It's sort of like watching The Bachelor and then like a helicopter date or something. You're like, what? That can't be done. So I think we're going to go with the Notebook. We're going to start strong early. The first date. I will admit, I always wanted to watch The Notebook with like my first like long-term girlfriend, and then I think I was like 24, 25, and I still had never watched it. And then my best mate came up to me. He's like, "I'm the closest you're ever going to get to a girlfriend, so let's watch it." And then that was how I ended up watching The Notebook. I relented. I gave up on my romantic
That
dream.
is beyond sad. That's inspiring.
Exactly. That's what I was going for.
It's so
I'm here-
sad that it went down and then back up. There's actually
It's like poetic.
a TV show about that would have fit in really well with your date.
Was it Naked and Afraid?
And love comes in many forms. It can be a friendship. It can be a spectrum. It
Spectrum. Keyword. Darcy's buzzword there.
it doesn't have to be you and a girl. Love is a spectrum. And
Love
you
is a spectrum.
went on
You're
a
the
date with your
spectrum.
mate.
All right. Anyway, so obviously the date, Ryan Gosling, Rachel McAdams. We're not talking about when he climbs the Ferris wheel. That's sort of him asking on a first date, and obviously that's pure Hollywood, that one. But yeah, they go to the movies. It's technically a double date to start, and then they split off halfway, and then they go walking through town. And then, laying down on the road. It's all sort of, romantic, all giggly, blah, blah, blah. How would you feel, Darcy, if you were Rachel McAdams? So not only this, you went to the movies, not even knowing it was going to be a double date at the time. And then...
that's a red flag.
To your friend? Or trying to set you up? Trying to make you happy? What a shit friend.
Yeah, but obviously both girls are gonna be into me, so it's
You're a girl in
I
this
feel bad for
situation.
him.
You're the girl in this
Both guys
situation.
there.
All
Both
right.
guys, I said.
And basically, but the movie portion goes well. So you follow on, you split up, and then give them a bit of you time, and then they proceed to lay down on the road and ask you to lay down with them. How are you going in this situation? What's going through your head?
So I do rate a date that continues on to a separate activity. It means it's going well if you want to continue the evening. Lying down is a move I've done myself. There was like this, I don't even know what it is. I thought it was like this trampoline type thing about this park that I laid down next to with a girl. Very
Were
romantic.
you at a kids park?
It was a bouncing castle, yes, but
It was also the middle of the day. There were
no,
kids
it's
in
just
there.
this weird like structured. I don't know what it was, but it was like people can't see my hands, but it's like rope kind of interconnected, and you can kind of lie on it.
Oh, yeah.
But
It's like a
anyway.
pyramid. Yeah, I've seen them in the parks all the time.
No, but it's flat.
Yeah, the middle part is, where the netting is, Go on.
It wasn't a pyramid. It was so.
Well, there are pyramids that have that set up. Why are we talking about freaking playgrounds? Go on.
So asphalt and my back. It's not a good mix. The dirt. It's gonna get on my clothes. I'm gonna think she's a crazy person. I honestly, there's gonna be some drunk driver that plows through both of us.
We've just been at
And I
the
don't wanna
Reed
be
picking up a uni student, rushing home
Exactly.
because they've waited
And
40
honestly, I
minutes
don't
out
blame
front.
them. You're lying on the middle of the road.
Yeah, it's
So
definitely
yeah,
a
I
risk
wouldn't
factor.
rate it highly.
But then
I
is that
do like spontaneous and quirky?
Yeah, I think a carry-on is actually a great idea to have sort of, and not have it locked in, just to flow with it and sort of look spontaneous. Then to be like, oh, hey, let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
And then, I don't mind. Obviously, the road's a bit lazy. I felt like I could have put a bit more effort into coming up with something more exciting than that.
Yeah.
Double
Even laying in
date.
grass is a bit more exciting.
Yeah, and like a hill or something, looking at the stars. Instead, they're
Yeah.
looking at fucking streetlights. And it's, I don't know. It doesn't
Yeah,
seem
and
that-
that's a part of the thing. Him saying that it reminds him of his dad. Like, what a weird.
Because his dad was a red flag, so as soon as the red pops up.
Imagine a girl saying that to you on the date. It's just laying on the asphalt.
Oh,
This-
she brings up her
this,
dad first
couple
date.
club.
That's a green sign, green flag.
That
Great
is a
sign
green
early.
flag. That is a green flag. That's true.
Yeah, but I also think movie dates shocking start. Like, especially if it's a double date movie date. How does that even work seating position wise? I can't remember how that was sitting. But then
Movie dates are power play. You're basically saying, I don't respect you as much as you respect me. So we're going to the movies. You're setting yourself as above them initially, saying you're not worth the effort for a real date.
yeah,
But
I actually
good
kind
things
of
can
I
come
hate
from it.
I hate to admit it, but I kind of agree with you because it's like I don't want to actually get to know you. I just want this to count as a
Yes.
first date.
Yes.
Yeah. So geez, I didn't think I was going to agree with you on this freaking show, but
There are times in this podcast where we may see eye to eye. It's crazy.
All right. Don't push that on. Let's keep that part of the TL.
But now we get to the rating. the rating of the date.
Oh, yes.
That's where
Yeah, so 1 to 10 roses. What do you reckon? If you were, so you're Rachel McAdams, you're the Sheila in this.
Yeah.
How you're walking away from this? You're going home, tell your friends. How was the date out of 10? What are you giving them?
I'm going to say it's a tough one because there's benefits. It's a unique story, at least. I'm always for the story, so I always got to go a bit high for that. I was initially going to say like a 4, but just for the story of Lion the Road, I'll bump it up to a 5.5.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I was actually leaning a bit the same. I was looking at that 5 range.
You said
I
you wouldn't agree with me.
Yeah, well, it's become a common theme of this freaking episode, so gonna have to run with it. But yeah, I think movie poor, walk poor. But then again, they both were pretty well. No, sorry, he was just poor in a pretty poor time of the world. So I think with what he was dealing with, you know what, I'm going to go up to a 6. I reckon 6 roses out of 10.
Okay.
What's that on average? Of course, you pick an awkward one. 5.75 roses out of 10.
Bit of maths in you.
Yeah. I think we've gone easy on him. To be honest, I think we could have torn that date apart. But it's a good starting point. I reckon we're going to have some pretty interesting ones pop up because trust me, we're not touching just rom-coms or anything like that. There's going to be some bloody funny dates coming up on here from random movies you wouldn't expect us to find a first date, and we'll find one and we'll tear it apart.
Yeah. It may not even technically be a date, but if it's a guy and a girl and it's romantic.
Mate, if it's 2 blokes, 2 Sheilas, it doesn't matter. If there is a date scenario in that we'll work with it. We'll cook something and we'll give it a rating.
I agree. If it's 2 guys watch The Notebook together, then that's a date.
Yeah, well, that was 10 out of 10 because I enjoyed spending time with my friend. All right, obviously we're going to finish off with the what to do on a date. We've got the what not to do on a date, and that's let them take photos of you.
And a bit positive.
Take photos of them. Probably wouldn't recommend either. I don't know. I did that on a second date, and it was really beautiful. But first date probably would have been weird to take a photo together. The second date was kind of cool because it was like, oh, we're so early into it. Look at us. Look how fun we are at this point before
second date can work.
Yeah. There's a moment for it, but I don't think it's the first date. I think that's yeah. Mind you, I've kept like mini golf
photographic evidence.
Yeah, I've kept like mini golf cards from like a first date. Is that weird?
It is stalkerish if you don't end up together. To end up together, it's the cutest thing. I have this from my first date ever. First year anniversary wedding. You bring that out. 100 points.
Oh yeah, you are in the good books.
You bring that out when you see it out on a night out. it's not
just randomly.
It's not right call.
It doesn't hit. It doesn't hit the way you think it would.
You haven't spoken in 6 months.
6 years. Yeah, that heads to red flag territory. What to do on a date? Well, I'm going to put this one out to the Kings. And anyone that's sort of the organizer of the date. Everyone knows if you organize the date, you're expected to be there first. That's just the rule, sort of a rule of thumb. But naturally, everybody's always 10 minutes late, 10 to 15 minutes late. So if you organize the date for 7, don't even worry about it. Get there at 7:10. And the chances of you being late and when you're being late is just so slim. I think 1 in 10 for me that I've actually been late.
As someone who's had girls late a few times, I do not agree. But then I also kind of agree.
Definitely agree.
Well, I don't agree because I don't like people who are late. But I agree because then
I'm going to save some time.
They're not late compared to me.
Yeah.
I have like empathy for the other person. That makes sense.
Yeah. But we don't live in a perfect world. And you got to be real with it now.
That's true.
You got to understand that.
10 minutes is borderline. 5, perfect. Because you can never be mad at someone who's 5 minutes late. That's within bounds. 10, it's still within bounds. But 15, then you can be mad at someone.
Yeah, I was late to a job interview by 10 minutes last week, and I can recommend doesn't hit as well as it would on a first date. I think that's why I haven't heard back for
It
that
is a
one.
power move.
Yeah, I tried to power move them, but since I don't have a contract or I'm employed by them, I didn't have much power to work with, and naturally will not have any power to work with.
What? It's crazy.
Yeah, who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Wow.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's basically our first episode of 101 First Dates. I feel like there's some lessons to be learnt there. Naturally, probably just delete Snapchat if you've got it. Otherwise, you won't be having more than a first date, let alone if you're taking photos on Snapchat.
If you're taking photos, Snapchat's fine because the photos are gone.
Yeah, so you're not putting it on the story.
That's how you get
did
around
she
it.
just? Yeah. Oh, okay. Why are you reneging on your own advice?
Photos are fine. Take photos. Just don't let them take photos of you.
Yeah, don't let it be
Get as many
found.
photos of them as you can.
Video it. Video the whole
That
thing.
brings back to the memento. You say wedding anniversary. Hey, here's a photo I took without your permission on the first date.
Yeah, that's
And
not
it's
even
like
your
a cute
wedding.
moment of like,
You just rocked up. Hey, hold
it
up.
wasn't your wedding, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I got a photo of me and the bride. 10 years ago on our first date. She was 10 minutes late, so I took a photo of her. Yeah. So, well, plenty of lessons there. I think, give yourself a little bit of wiggle room if you're going to be late. I think that'll be fine. And just try not to take too many photos. And, in the notebook, don't take too many lessons out of that initially. There's some good things in there later on, but not that one. Not the first date.
There's
Pretty
some
weak.
parts that are good. Walking through an empty town.
But for an epic love story, that is a weak launch.
Yeah.
There's no love being sparked straight away. That was just clearly acting. I can see it now that I've really thought about it. They were actors.
Yeah, I don't
both
think they were
of them.
really in love. They were
No.
actors.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've seen him in other movies
Didn't
kissing
feel
other
it.
people. I didn't feel it. Yeah. Well, that's us. And basically, we haven't really got a sign off or
Before we
anything like
go,
that. Before we go.
quick plug.
Quick plug.
To the
yeah.
Instagram, trust.us.network. Use our
Hey.
Instagram. Make sure, this is important, if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or YouTube, give us a rating, especially more the podcast ones, because a rating of 5 stars, that's crazy if you use that. I wouldn't have earned it, but I deserve it. So give us that. It'll really help us with the podcast, and we appreciate the support. So stick tuned to.
Oh, you nearly had it. I was like, speaking of acting, I was like, there's no way this guy could be so wholesome and just giving us facts.
Stick tuned to next time.
There it is. Then we went from 5 stars and now we're back down to 3, I reckon, after that.
Fair enough.
Oh, well. Give us a like, give us a follow, and you'll be hearing a lot more of us. And we're keen to sort of down the line hear a few of your first dates as well, and learn some lessons that way.
The stories are only going to get
dating.
more crazier from here.
Yeah.
Good day.
For you, mine are pretty chill. I don't know. I thought get dating was a cool sign off. If you're single, but if you're taken, then don't date someone
You can
else.
go on dates with Stick and Nova.
Yeah. Do that, but
You
don't
need
go
to
on a
if you
first
keep
date.
the romance.
Yeah, well, don't go on a first date with
Treat
someone
it
else.
as a
if you're dating
first
someone.
date.